Hey guys, welcome back to Tip Tuesday. My name is Matthew Sturkey with Stone Mill Log and Timber Homes. Thanks for joining us. The last couple of weeks, we've talked about electrical considerations for a log home. This week, we're going to talk about plumbing considerations and give you a few tips with regards to plumbing design and how to take those things into account for a log home. There's three things I want to give you tips on this week. And the first is, if you can, try to design bathrooms on each floor back to back. Then that way they will share a common plumbing wall and you have a back-to-back design that makes everything shorter as far as your plumbing runs. You're not spreading plumbing out amongst the entire floor plan, and you can try to do a back-to-back design, which helps to shorten those runs. However, if you are designing a one-level plan and you've got bathrooms designed on each side of the house, need not worry, because with the main floor, the good thing is that you're building the main floor on top of a conventional subfloor, typically either a web truss or with a TGI, which has plumbing knockouts, and you will hide all that plumbing down in that subfloor for the main level. It's when you get to the upper floor that creates a little bit more creativity. And so when it comes to second story designs with bathroom design, we typically like to design the upstairs bathroom over the top of the downstairs bath, or over a closet or over a laundry room if possible, so that if we need to fur the ceiling down in that main floor, then we've got a place to fur down in a closet or in another bathroom or in a utility room, and you're not sacrificing, your heavy timber ceiling in that floor. So we're going to look at this particular design that I've got on the screen. This is a standard just box shaped design. We've got a master suite on the main floor. We've got a master bath with a shower, freestanding tub, a toilet, and a single vanity. And if you look at the image of this particular house, you can see that everything for the main floor is down into the floor system, run down in the conventional web truss, and then run and vented up into a plumbing wall into the upper floor. Like I said, it's when you get into the upper floor design that creates a little bit of a challenge. And so what we've got here is we've got an upstairs bath in what we call a 1 3/4 design, where the single vanity, the toilet, and the shower area. This particular design was done with a built-up floor, so that gave us a little bit of a cavity on top of our heavy timber floor system. That cavity was really ideal for insulating the ceiling, for running electrical runs, for plumbing runs, for mechanical runs. And so that way we didn't have any issues down below. But if you can see, this particular design for the upstairs bath is directly over the top of the downstairs bath. And if we didn't have that built up floor, we could have easily furred the ceiling down in the main floor ceiling of the bathroom, and then hidden all the plumbing, vent fans, and then run the plumbing over to an interior partition wall, and then run our vents and supply and return lines in those. And so your interior walls will be interior partition, conventionally framed walls. Those are going to be able to house your plumbing. You're never going to run plumbing in an outside perimeter log wall. That is just not going to happen. And so you use those interior partition walls to hide those supply and return lines, to hide those vents, and to conceal all your plumbing. So the next tip too is anytime that you've got the ability to do that built up floor, great. We can take that into consideration in the design. That does help with your MPE, which is your mechanical, plumbing, electric. But again, don't feel like you have to do that. If we're designing something where we can design a bathroom over the top of a closet or another bath or a utility room, you're not really sacrificing that much by furring the ceiling down in those areas. So those three tips, again, are going to be back-to-back design whenever possible, stack bathrooms up and down if possible. that gives you a great place to further ceilings down. Or the third tip is if you can incorporate a built-up floor system over our structural timber floor, that is great, because then it gives us a place to run mechanical, plumbing, electrical, insulate the floor, and it makes that whole MPE process a lot easier. So hopefully this is helpful. The other tip that I would encourage people to do is start thinking about these things during the design process. Don't wait until you're doing electrical, plumbing, or mechanical rough end in your home to be thinking about where you're going to conceal everything, where you're going to hide everything. Let's be talking about that during the design process. During the preliminary design phase, get these plans in front of your contractor so that they can get them in front of your plumber and electrician and mechanical contractor, or get them in front of those subs and help them give you some pointers and some tips along the way during the design, so that those things can be adjusted in the design process and all that can be figured out before you ever start construction. So hopefully this is helpful. Talking about plumbing considerations. If you have any questions about this or any other of our Tip Tuesdays, feel free to reach out to me anytime. Thanks for joining us again today for Tip Tuesday. Look forward to you joining us next week for more Tip Tuesday. Until then, as always, stay safe and healthy and take care.